What's up guys, FuryTV here, and we are back with another episode of Poker Hands. Today, we're going to be taking a look over some of the most action poker turn cards ever seen. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, as your support is allowing us to continue posting videos on a daily basis.
Great poker action.
We really do. Underrated St. Louis and the Midwest is for poker play.
You're right
I
about
feel.
that. We saw a lot of our great friends down here this week, so always fun to come back to the Midwest. There's something to be said. You know, you got AC on the east, you got Vegas on the west, but here in the Midwest with Chicago and St. Charles and St. Louis, it's awesome.
It's really the Heartland.
It sure is. You hit it right on the head. Well, look at this flop for Neil.
He's hit it on the head.
2-6s. He sure has. But Greg with an open-ended straight draw.
Oh, we might see some fireworks here.
Yeah, Neil with the 3 6s. He's going to check over to Greg. Greg likes this flop too. Like I said, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looking for a 5 or a 10. Bets 130,000.
Now, is Neil going to try and trap? He is. So
Sure
once
is.
again, you know, we've seen this. The trapper sometimes gets trapped. Will it happen this time?
Well,
it
there's
does.
the
I'm
5
telling you,
of spades.
field goal.
Just like that.
I've seen this 100 times. The trapper ends up in the trap.
And sometimes with a paired board like this, even the best players don't always recognize the straight out there because all they're thinking about is their hand.
Correct. And, you know, so for you folks at home, you know, when should you trap? There's many times, but definitely not on wet drawing boards, in my opinion. I don't like to trap on wet drawing boards. Here you got a heart draw and you got straight draws out there. Just go ahead and put the hammer down. Now, Neil is in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble.
All in and a call. Now, Neil is definitely not drawing dead here. You see the percentages. He needs a 6, a tray, an 8, or a 5.
He's playing dodgeball. Is Greg. Greg's playing dodgeball. To the river we go.
And it's the 9 of hearts. So it's not meant to be this time for Neil Patel. He'll go home with third place money, $42,660. You know what? Chicago has been a partner of the HPT for many, many years, and I want to thank the gang over there, the staff, even the folks in Master Control that are listening to us right now. Thank you for all your support in growing our brand, the HPT, on such an awesome, awesome network. I watch it back in Iowa from this very channel here, NBC Sports Chicago. We appreciate everything you do. All right, Rami's going to raise it up here to $300,000 with his ace-10. Action folded around to Darryl, and Darryl's in the big blind defending. We go to the flop heads up. And the flop comes out queen, 9-5. They're all clubs. Both players holding a club in their hand, but Rami's got the best as far as that goes.
And he's got the nut flush. Darryl with the jack of clubs and a gut shot straight. But Rami also had the lead in the betting, so he goes ahead and continues. Darryl with a really quick call. To the turn we go.
Turn card is the 10 of diamonds, so Darryl makes his straight.
How does he do it, ladies and gentlemen?
You know, that's how you win tournaments, is you got to play well and you got to run well and you got to catch cards like that on the turn, the 10 of diamonds. Now, Darryl is going to check because he knows he has a club as a backup, but what he doesn't know is his backup club isn't good enough.
Now, I think, I think Rami just moved all in.
Well, Rami bet 1,000,000 chips. And now Darryl says all in and a quick call. Yeah, the bet was 1,000,000.
Okay.
Darryl says I'm going to raise all in. Yeah. And look at this. The river card, no club, it's the 4 of spades. And just like that,
it was like a home run leaving the park faster than
these guys. The chip count is dead even, James.
Wow, after all that play, man, this is awesome. Heads up, deadlocked. Chip counts are the same. Let's play some poker.
This is a horse race. If he's going to go football analogy, I'm going to go horse analogy. These guys are nose to nose as we come down to the wire.
All right, HB raises to 400,000, and a call is made. The flop is 986.
Oh, my.
Look at that.
Look at this, Maurice flopping the straight here.
900,000 is an ounce.
And now a raise by Maurice to 900,000. HB paired his 6.
And look at Maurice's cadence, his tempo. Almost draws his
Ace
opponent in.
of heart. I'm sorry, that was very tough. Ace of heart.
Maurice, he's having fun. He asked for the ace of hearts, and that's what came.
Woo, it must be my day, y'all. This is crazy.
Maurice is first.
1.3 million. This is crazy. I say ace of heart, and it comes off like I seen it coming before I come. Look at that. 1.3 million. Look at the ace of heart.
All in.
Ace of heart.
All in.
Call.
HB. And a call.
And Maurice says, absolutely, I will take that. Can you believe what you're seeing?
Did you see that routine? And then Maurice went deadly serious as soon as he heard his opponent go all in.
Asking for the card he didn't need. It was actually his opponent's card. And the river
That's
card
it.
is the queen of clubs, and that's going to do it. Just like that, a new HPT champion. Maurice will go home with $113,322.
What a fantastic finish to a great event.
You can get into this self-critical mode.
As he replays the
He
hand.
replays the hand in his
head.
mind.
Yeah.
And then you start defeating yourself, and that's what he's got to fight against right now.
250,000 is
Now he's going to raise it up to 250,000. He looks a little steamed. Matt folds. Now over to Tom.
You know, and that's the other thing. When you start doing this, it's almost like sharks in the smelling blood in the water. You find resistance all around you.
All right, we go to the flop here. Jack, 9-5. So both players catching a jack. Craig flopping 2 pair. Tom checks over to Craig.
And there's nothing to get you out of the funk like Lady Luck. You know?
Right,
Craig
exactly.
outflopping his opponent here, even though starting with a much worse hand.
Tom's going to raise it up now.
This is beautiful.
Craig loves all of this coming
Look at
off that
Craig.
last hand.
Look at his body posture now. You know, he's like, I don't like what my opponent is doing.
Craig, as you can see, he's always got the pictures in front of him, his family, his sons and daughters, the grandchildren. Now look at this interesting card, the 7 of diamonds. So now Tom with a straight and flush draw.
Yeah, and top pair, so his hand is huge. He's not going to be going anywhere.
350. Does Craig have to get them all in the middle here?
He doesn't have to, but he probably will.
I like it, yeah.
And now he's going to get called, and now he may have backed himself into trouble if Tom sucks out here.
All right, well, you see there, Tom, with the Jack 10.
Yeah, Craig with far and away the better of it, but he has opened up a can of worms. Can he keep him in the can, or will Tom escape? To the river we go.
And the river card is the ace of hearts. Craig is going to win the pot. He's going to double up to almost $2.6 million. The all-time money leader, winning a huge one here on the HPT.
Well, and Craig likes to be.
Great to be broadcasting with our friends listening and watching on the HPT.
Absolutely. Always feel at home here with all you folks, and thanks for welcoming us every stop we come, and all the comments and wonderful things you have to say. James and I really appreciate you and your support of the HPT.
Definitely want to thank our crew. These great shots wouldn't be possible. And that tall guy you see out there, that's Jeremy Smith. You can hear his voice in the background, too, sometimes. He's our tournament director. He's with us on every stop. So thanks so much, Jeremy. Heads up to the flop we go. King 9-5, couple of clubs.
Interesting here, Mike, once again, defending from the big blind is flopped a flush draw. Matt has the betting lead and has top pair, leads with a C bet of $225,000, a continuation bet. Let's see what Mike does now.
Bets $225,000. You see Mike with the club draw there. So a pot of over 1.1 million chips. We go to the turn card. It's the Queen of Hearts. So now truly a little something for everybody there, Kenna.
Yeah, well, that even brings Mike into the hand even more with a pair and a flush draw. Let's see if this slows Matt down. It does. He does check it.
All right, so Matt checks. Action now over to Mike. You see the percentages there, 75 to 25, but a 425,000 bet. Now, do you want Matt to come back here and raise, a check raise here perhaps?
I wouldn't. You know, you just don't have a strong enough kicker. And if your opponent is bluffing, you want to manage pot size. And that's exactly what he does. He just calls. Great question, though.
So a pot now of 2 million chips. We go to the river, and it is the 6 of clubs. So the check mark goes from Matt down to Mike. And Mike makes his flush. He can't lose unless he folds his hand.
Now it's a 2 million pot. What's interesting is his bet size. How much is he going to go for value? He's going to try and take Matt to Value Town. You want to make sure that you get the guy on the train and not bet too much.
Well, the bet is 1.4 million.
I think that's too much.
Is he trying to make it look like an overbet, or is it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's close. I mean, it's hard for me to second guess. He's been down there. He can feel his opponent. He feels the energy coming off of him right now. If he thinks he's got a king, I think he's made the perfect size bet, but you don't really know that, you know? It's tough. It looks like he may get called. If he does, he's made the perfect size bet here. If his opponent folds, he should have made it 900,000. He does. Wow, what a great play. What a great play.
He makes the call. Wow, give credit where credit is due there.
Yeah.
Mike Angler, well, making it look easy out there, kind of.
Well, it's not, because believe me, he's defending his position.